Good morning. Today is June 14th, 2019, and this is Peyton Stewart coming to you from Powhatan, Ohio. Today I want to talk about technology in the classroom. More specifically, I want to discuss whether technology is actually causing more work for teachers. Now, many people may think I am anti-technology because I make a lot of videos and blogs pointing out the negatives. However, that isn't true. I support technology, but I find it easier to point out the negatives and allow people to justify and defend and give solutions to those problems rather than simply stating what I think we should do. And in this manner, I get many more suggestions than just people agreeing with me. Now, many of you may still be thinking about what I said at the beginning of this video. Is technology causing teachers more work? Now, some of you may be thinking, how is that possible? We thought technology was supposed to make things easier and less work. Well, that is true to an extent. So let's first look at the evolution of technology. First, we had big hefty computers, then the internet. Then we had cell phones and smartphones, then faster smartphones, apps, then a million resources at the touch of a button. Stop. We need to take a breath. Most of these technological advances came in the last decade or two and has been growing faster and faster. How often do you log into your computer or phone or some app that you use all the time and there's an update? Now, some of the time it is just a cosmetic update, but sometimes functions change and you have to relearn how to use it. Now, let's put that into the education realm. How often have you been sitting in a college class and the professor comes in and starts to try and pull up a PowerPoint, except it isn't coming up because there was an update and they now have to update the system, reconnect, and then start. By the time we get through that, 20 minutes of class have gone out the window. That is just one example. What if you use multiple online sources and they all change overnight? Now you have to relearn each system, change your lesson accordingly, and then teach it. That's a lot of extra work that you didn't plan for. So, what I'm trying to say is, yes, technology is a great tool, but I believe it is moving far too fast to keep up with in an educational setting. We always want to use the best resources for our students, but sometimes that puts a strain on us. We need to learn to take a step back and relax and use what we already know. If there is a new resource, that is great, but investigate and learn it at your own pace. Don't torture yourself to learn at the speed of light just so you can use the most up-to-date programs. Work with what you know and teach as effectively as possible. Before I go, I want to make one last comment. This goes out to the newer teachers who already are familiar with technology and integrate it into lessons effectively. I found that many new teachers rely heavily on tech, which is fine, but the issue they have is not having a backup plan. What happens when the internet is down and you can't access your lessons or your resources? You need to have a backup plan. Many forget that we are masters of our own content areas, and if tech isn't working, we can still teach. We still know the material, we know how to teach. Sure, technology makes it nicer and a little bit easier, but if it goes down, we are still able to teach. And we need to keep that in mind when we are going through and we have technology problems. Thank you for watching, and I hope you come back for more.